Hi, dear ones. Happy full moon in Gemini. This is a big full moon, and you probably have been feeling the energies. We'll definitely feel them today. It is very intense. For those of you that want to know, it's at 11:35 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time, so adjust for your time zone. But it is a very potent full moon for a lot of reasons. Part of it is the last full moon that we have that is happening in an area of the sky where we have had a lot of destiny and fate moments over the last year and a half. And for those of you who are aware of a little bit more astrology, it's called the nodes of the moon. And the nodes of the moon basically do bring us fated moments. They bring us those moments of what we need to release and what we need to bring into our life. And so there's been a real emphasis on the Gemini Sagittarius axis over the last year and a half. So if you've been, struggling with something to make a decision mentally, or you've been struggling with learning something about yourself or just about, life in general that you've had to navigate, but there's really been a mental kind of emphasis over these last year and a half of, really having to navigate something like doubting yourself in some area of life or struggling and just kind of having that divine back and forth and trying to really figure stuff out. So it is the last full moon in that area of the sky. So it's a moon of endings in a very powerful way. But what's really curious is that it's also connected with Jupiter. So there's a feeling of like a new beginning coming in with that ending. So it's very potent and very, very unique full moon. So you may be feeling a lot of things. And on top of that, we have the grand finale of astrology for the end of the year here. We have Venus going retrograde tomorrow. And Venus has been right next to Pluto. So there's a real theme of like having to evaluate our relationships, having to evaluate what is really valuable to us, what we hold dear and near. So you may be finding all sorts of things coming up around, relationships. That can be, marital, that can be partner, that can be friendship, that can be child and parent. So it's all kinds of different relationships that are being evaluated right now. And this can also have to do with evaluating where are you putting your energy and your money, where are you putting your priorities. So a lot of those themes will be evaluated through this Venus retrograde. And Venus retrograde just means that she's going to go backwards, and of course not literally backwards, but according to astrology and the way it looks in the sky, it looks like Venus goes backwards for 40 days. So we will be navigating these issues until about the end of January and really kind of figuring out. I believe that relationships that are built on firm sand or firm soil will most likely become stronger, and there'll be really in-depth conversations and really deep connection. And I think that the relationships that are built more on sand and shifting sand and not as firm a foundation may go through a struggle and may even come to a point where they are dissolved. So it is a very intense time. And then on top of all that, there's more. But wait, there's more. The Uranus Saturn square, the final one of this year. And a square just really means a conversation of tension between these two planets, and it's going to require some action of you. And because it's the last time they are meeting in the skies like this for this year, there really will be a feeling of like, okay, it's go time. Now you need to leave something behind in your life, or now a structure that you thought was there, it really is time for that structure to go. And structures can be anything that we sort of depend on, that can be a structure of support, of, physical, like, connection, communication with other people support. It can be the support of a job. It can be the support of an institution, just different things in our lives that we look to for support. There may be a shifting in that and a need to let go. One big thing I've seen with a lot of people is moving. People are moving. There's a lot of people like even going across country, making big moves. I mean, that's a huge structural change. Something that you thought was a support, your home, you are now shifting it and finding a new home. So I don't usually talk about the astrology this long, for the full moon or the new moon, but this is a big one this year. So really be ready for anything, and also just realizing that there is a lot of blessing coming in with this full moon too. So if something does shift in your life, realize that it's bringing you a blessing, bringing you more alignment with your path, really helping you to get to what you desire and what you want in your life, because Jupiter being part of it, he wants to give us what we want. And it's a really beautiful energy. So if something wants to let go in your life, let it go. If a friend walks away, let them walk away. Allow those things that just really don't serve you anymore to go, and that might be as personal as a habit or, a process in your life that you're like, I don't need to do this anymore. Or it might be as big as a job or a friendship or even, a partner. So be ready and open and ready to shift with the universe and realize that it will bring you gifts. It will bring you blessings. So thank you so much for following this channel and for watching these videos. If you follow, it's wonderful. If you subscribe, it really helps you to stay in tune with the moon cycles, because I do these on every full and new moon. And I also do a happy dance every time I get a subscription. It makes me very happy. So thank you for all your engagement and your interaction. It means a lot to me. So if you followed this for a while, you will know I do a collective card reading for all of us. So you can pick 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick all the cards. Sometimes I've had people say, yeah, all the cards really spoke to me. So just trust your intuition about what comes up next. But I really feel like you can pick now or you can pick later and it will be perfect. It will bring you the message you need. And if you're watching this and it's not the Gemini full moon, I still believe you're meant to be here and you're meant to receive these messages that come through in the cards. So I'm going to use the Darkwood Tarot, which is a deck I've really, really come to love over the last year. And it just felt appropriate with the Venus-Pluto conjunction we have going on right now, because it's beautiful, but it's not a super easy energy that we're all navigating now through the end of the year. So things will get easier, they will get better, but for now there is a lot of intensity and needing to look at things in a really deep and introspective way. And if you've been feeling that, you are right in tune with the energies. So just take one step at a time, keep breathing through it, take as many breaths as you need, because that is absolutely guaranteed to you. You can take a deep breath anytime you need it to relax and ease and help yourself move through this. All right, the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. So for those of you who picked the first card here, we have a beautiful owl coming in, which I love seeing. It feels like there's this dispensation of wisdom that's really coming through for you as you take the time to peruse, and as you take the time, I'm wondering if those of you who picked this card might even consider journaling, or you have been journaling, but through, really deep exploration of yourself and trying to understand like what's underneath my reaction here, because if you can view your reaction with curiosity to any situation and kind of figure out now what's really underneath this part of it, like you get angry about something. Well, what's underneath the anger? What's making you feel angry? Really, not just what that other person did or the situation, but what's really underneath it for you that's being activated in this moment. So that deep perusal will bring you an understanding about yourself that's going to really help you and support you as you move forward. And being that it is a Pentacles card, it's not a fast process. Unfortunately, this may be something that's unfolding for you over the course of this next moon cycle for the next 2 to 4 weeks, where you're really having to kind of keep coming back and revisiting and really doing a deep excavation into your soul and understanding what's coming up around that. So, but those of you that pick that, I really feel the owl will be something that just kind of keeps showing up for you and is a beautiful bird of support and promises you that you are seeing what you need to see, because owls have incredible vision. They can see in the dark. I forget for how many feet, but they have a powerful way of seeing. All right, we have the 10 of Wands for those that picked card 2. And this is, not gonna lie, a more difficult energy, but there's a promise with this energy. First, I'll go through kind of the difficult part of it. There is a feeling of really being exhausted, being tired. You are really ready to be done. And there's a feeling too of the struggle that you're within, of almost being unseen in it. Like you feel like you're kind of pushing through this and doing all these things and this effort and efforting and nothing's easeful. And then you just kind of feel like no one's really even seeing how much you're, really trying and really struggling through whatever's going on, and you need support, and you feel like, is anyone even seeing me here? There's that kind of feeling with that. But like I said, this card comes with a promise. It's a 10 card, not to mention, but it's also got this feeling of like, you are just about at the finish line. You are just about to the new cycle. And I'm feeling for those of you who pick this card, it is about a week out that you're going to start feeling a lot more ease, and you're going to have some breakthroughs and things are going to start making some sense. So keep putting one foot in front of the other. A week can seem like a long time when you're like, I just need things to change yesterday. But just trust, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine, and things are going to ease up for you. And it's not always going to be this hard. But this is a tough energy. So I think there's a validation from the universe too, of like, what you've been going through is hard, and you deserve to realize that and to say that to yourself, that yeah, this sucks, right? It's okay to say that. It's okay to admit that you need it to be easier, and and it will be very soon. All right, the last card, we have the Queen of Wands, which is a beautiful, powerful card, and I love the image in this deck too of the Queen of Wands, this fiery queen, and she's got this beautiful black cat. For those of you that chose this card, there's a feeling of really trusting your inner knowing. This plays into intuition, but with the Queen of Wands, there's actually this inner fire that's actually being mentioned here and being brought up. And there's a real feeling of like what you know inside, what is driving you forward right now is absolutely spot on. And you can trust that. If you've been feeling a little, like, am I going the right direction? Is this desire that I have, or this path I want to take, is it really valid? Is this really where I should be? The answer is an unequivocal yes. You're absolutely where you're meant to be, and you need to follow that fire. So it does play into your intuition and your inner knowing, but there's something else too. There's something that's starting to spark. And if you're not sure what that is and you've picked this card, hold on to that message, because there's going to be something in the next few days where you go, I want to do that. That's something I really need to do, or I want to do in my life, or someone you want to connect with. And it's going to be a moment where you need to say yes to yourself and to go forward bravely and truly. And I do feel like that message is for someone, that there's someone you want to connect with. And I don't know if this is romantic or just friendship, or a business partner even, but you have a sense that you want to connect with this other person, and to go forward and do that bravely and realize that it's blessed of the universe. That fire, that passion, that spark you're feeling inside is absolutely guidance, and it is meant to be. So go forward with that. You will be blessed. So I hope those messages bring you hope, and I hope they bring you clarity. If you want to go a little deeper into your own personal energies, I offer a full moon reading, which I will link below. I will also link this deck below for those of you that would be interested in perusing this farther. But I would love to do that for you, to be able to peruse the energies and really give you personal insight into your life. So it's a special reading I offer that really gives you clarity around this full moon. So I'm excited, and I'll put a couple of them up. And again, thank you so much for following and for watching these videos. It means the world to me. It means the world that I can help and put out these messages of hope and inspiration. And I just appreciate you all so much. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season, sending you so much love and blessing. And I will talk to you all soon.